When I think about Charles and Willa Bruce, I think about entrepreneurs, I think about Black excellence, I think about community.
The reality is the Bruces and their patrons were wealthy.
A stately photo of the Bruces on their wedding day, decked out in finery, foretold the makings of a power couple. The display of Black success outraged the white neighbors and powers that be, says attorney George Fothery.
In the light of harassment, intimidation, violence, their business just got more and more successful. And until the city of Manhattan Beach hatched a scheme to take the property via a racially motivated eminent domain.
The Bruces' dream was stolen, their property essentially seized for a pittance in compensation, and only after they sued.
This is it, I would say, from right here to maybe this building here.
Community activist Kevon Ward first learned of the Bruces a few years after she moved to Manhattan Beach in 2017.
You know, this country often tells us that we're Black people, that we're lazy or we don't work hard enough, or all we have to do is pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. And here we are in the 19-teens and the 1920s, and this Black couple did exactly that, only to have their land stolen and to die as cooks in someone else's kitchen when they had this whole beachfront resort here.
Ward began campaigning for the land to be returned to the descendants of Willa and Charles Bruce during the summer of 2020. Less than 2 years later, she succeeded with the help of Fothery.
For a century, our government at every level has enacted policies to dispossess Black people of the right to own property and create wealth. And what was so powerful about the return of the property to the Bruce family is we see a path forward to finally counter some of those false narratives.
What is fair and just is also in dispute at Bruce's Beach. Patricia Bruce Carter, a distant relative of Charles Bruce, was at the ceremony in 2022 when county officials returned the land to the Bruce's direct descendants. She thinks about what could have been if the land had remained in the family's hands all along.
I'm sure at this time there would have been multiple, hotels and beachfront properties, and I mean, just living the life.
A lifeguard administration center and parking lot stand where the Bruces resort did. The descendants' lawyer, George Fothery, says it would not be easy to develop. And so, less than a year after the land was returned, the 4 recipients of the land decided to sell it back to the county for nearly $20 million.
As an attorney, my responsibility is to advocate in the interests of my clients. As a citizen, as an African-American citizen, I think that's an important question. Who are the benefactors of restitution? Who should be the benefactors of reparations?
After her work getting the Bruces their land back, this is not the outcome community activist Kevon Ward wanted.
I wanted to see strong, young Black entrepreneurs like Charles and Willa Bruce take up space here and be able to build and develop here like the Bruces once were able to do. Community is what got the land back. So yes, the family won, but the community did not.
The work, Ward says, will continue. The reckoning far from over.